Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight.
We're super glad to see you again at our monthly Q&A. If you can also, I would really like to know if you've actually attended one of our Q&As in the past. I think this is like our 4th or 5th one that we've done. And if so, if you can also comment what you have found helpful, that would be wonderful.
Again, thank you for joining us. Please let us know your name and your troop, and if you've watched one of our Q&As with us before and what you have found helpful.
And please go ahead and share this with others that you might know that will need this information as well. One of the nice things about us doing this is that we have scheduled it live, but it is recorded. So we know that some people's schedules do not work necessarily at the same time as ours does. So they can always view this later and see what's going on. We're going to start here in just about 1 more minute. I see that a few more have joined us. If you can go ahead and put in the comments where you are located at, and if you also viewed us on one of our other Q&As that we've had, we'd like to know. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Rochelle, and I'm the membership coordinator in Idaho Falls, Blackfoot, Rexburg, and up through Salmon.
And my name is Courtney Christensen. I'm the membership coordinator from Pocatello to Twin Falls and everything in between.
Welcome, Penny from Colorado. It's great to see you. Okay, let's go to the next slide and we'll discuss our agenda. So we're going to recap what we did last month. We're also going to talk to leaders who started a Trailblazer troop. We're going to go over tips and tricks to help you in your new Girl Scout year. We will be introducing a couple of employees. And one of my favorite things, we're going to doing a shout out to some wonderful leaders. And then we are also going to give you some reminders for things that are upcoming. And then lastly, at the very end, we'll give you additional time so that you can ask questions from our guests that we have that are going to be speaking and also troop support. Tina, I'm so glad that you find these Q&As to be a great information. That's what we want. So to recap last month, we are getting girls involved in Girl Scouts, and this is a way that you can help to join your troop and your community and neighborhood. We also are getting new uniforms. They will be arriving in the store soon, so go ahead and place your order through the store. They're pretty exciting. My girls can't wait to see them and try them on.
So we're going to start off with a welcome to Fotina Homschild and Mike Curtis. They are our leaders for our Trailblazer Troop 3000, brand new Trailblazer troop here in Silver Sage Council. I will let them introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, I'm Fatina. I am in the Pocatello Chubbuck Service Unit. I'm a lifetime member, and I have been in Girl Scouts since I was a daisy. I love the outdoors, which is why I'm super excited about the Trailblazers troop.
Hi, I'm Michael Curtis. I'm leader and service unit manager in Blackfoot. I've been in Girl Scouts for about 9 years with my daughter. We started very early and just kind of stuck with it.
Okay, so what the Trailblazers is, it's a special interest group where you can still be a part of your home troop and you can be a part of this troop. So if you love to be outdoors and do outdoor activities, you can join this one with older girls that are in grades 6 through 12. And we are having girls from the Pocatello and Blackfoot area. And then we're going to focus on the learning, exploring, and leading high adventure outdoor activities. And there's 5 concentrations that the Trailblazers focus on, which are hiking, camping, survivorship, outdoor sports, and stewardship. And we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of things planned. The girls have a lot of ideas that they want to do. So, and that is our Trailblazers pin. And so there's 3 requirements to earn it. You have to know the Girl Scout Promise, know the Girl Scout Law, and complete the first level of 3 of the different concentrations. And it can be worn on your vest right next to your regular membership pin.
All right, one of our concentrations that we'll start with, what was it, echoey for everybody else? Okay, sorry. So one of our concentrations that we'll be starting with is hiking. And one of the first things is to learn about it, learn about all the trail safety, how to choose routes that fit your ability and the ability of your girls, and how to plan and prepare. Pack for hikes, make it minimal, moderate lengths, durations until we can build up a little bit of stamina and make sure everybody gets up there safe and back safe. And for Explore, learn a lot of variety of orienteering methods, including GPS, maps, and compass. A lot of people have been learning those already, but actually getting out, putting them to use, mapping out our routes, finding out where we are for GPS and how to get back. The girls will be leading as much as possible on those. Discovering different hiking styles, snowshoeing during the winter, hiking out to yurts and camping out, backpacking, slight rock climbing if we needed to, canyoneering, a lot of things like that. And then to demonstrate a proper gear maintenance and storage. Make sure that all our gear is in good, proper working order. Make sure that our water bags aren't leaking. We're storing all of our backpacks with our foods and everything that aren't going to get all over the place. Our sleeping bags, things like that, they've been stored and they're good for the winter. So you don't pull one out of your backpack and it's full of holes or the zipper doesn't work. The third one is lead. So this is what I was talking about a little bit earlier, individually plan and lead a hike for a troop of moderate length. That's going to be all girls. Again, like we said, this is girl-led. We want them to plan these things out. What can they do? What can they not do? Some girls will all have different levels that they'll be able to do. Explain trail safety, proper packing, and nutrition planning. Nutrition planning is very important. It's not just going to be chocolate bars and marshmallows all the way up. It's got to be lots of proteins, nuts, things like that. Lead the troop before, during, and after the hike. That means you're not giving up in the middle. You're able to start from the beginning and end the hike and have everything go well. Granted, there's things that can go all over the place, but some of the outdoor activities: hiking, snowshoeing, backpacking, camping, orienteering, dog sledding, just zip lining, a lot of these different things the girls are very excited for. Ropes courses, trail races.
We sent out a survey for all the girls who have decided they wanted to join our Trailblazers troop. And the number one activity, all of them want to go ziplining. They are so excited, and as soon as we can have a higher limit, we're going to go ziplining with these girls, and I cannot wait to see some cameras on the helmets and them ziplining down. We want to do a lot of fun activities with the girls and just get them outdoors and get them outdoor skills and have a lot of fun. So this list is definitely not the whole list. There's so much more that we can do as well.
So my daughter is part of this troop, and I don't think there is a single thing that has been mentioned that she is not excited to do.
Well, that makes me happy. So we have, I've talked to some of the other Trailblazers troops that are around the country. There's a Facebook group. And so this is a troop from Wisconsin and some of the things that they've done. So they went backpacking in 2019. And they, if you can see one of the pictures, they are testing the waters to make sure that it's drinkable. And they all went on a hike together. Can we go to the next one? There it was. They hiked 50 miles in 8 days. And that is a goal. And I cannot wait to see our girls do that. They went to southern Colorado from Wisconsin and hiked Sunrise Summit. They've done pioneering where they built that. I don't know what it is, I'll be honest, but they built that from learning their knots and knife skills. And then next. And then stewardship and survivorship are also two of the concentrations. And they have been out and they've been doing things on the trails to improve them. They did an outdoor survival weekend where they brought nothing but a day pack and what they could fit in that day pack. And girls, if you don't want to do all of it, that's the wonderful thing about our troop. You do what you want to do. So if sleeping out with nothing is not your thing, but you like to go tent camping or go on a canoe trip and then go camping, you can pick and choose what you want to do with our troop.
All right, another big thing, we're working on creating our own traditions in our area. We have a wonderful backyard here in Idaho. Everything from the small hikes all the way up through Yellowstone, through the rock climbing, City of Rocks, things like that. Kind of creating our own traditions that we can pass on to the troops as they come up, or to other troops that want to come and visit our area. We have all the different the badges, the journeys we can do. There's a lot of stuff for the Trailblazer troop that they'll earn quickly, even though they don't think they're going to be earning it fast. It may seem like a lot, but it goes fast. Inviting experts to our meetings. We'll be bringing people in, skiers, rock climbers, maybe whitewater rafters, dog sledders, a lot of different things.
Tell them
which
about
everybody thinks, everybody thinks kind of dog sledding doesn't really fit Idaho. It does for the snow, but we have a camp cook. Her name's Tundra, and she does dog sledding out of north of Boise, and she has offered to teach us how to dog sled and show us how everything works, and possibly even have the girls run their own small dog sled teams.
That
So we're
sounds
pretty
so
excited about that.
We have other experts that are on our board of directors for the council. Mary Beth that's going to come and talk to us. So we have people that are within our council that are also very excited about this troop, that are want to come and help us. And we're trailblazing this troop because it hasn't been done before. So. Okay, so one of the big benefits of joining the Trailblazer troop that I think of, that my girls are excited about, is they get to be with other older Girl Scouts that are not in our troop. So we have somewhere 15 to 20 girls that have joined our troop or are interested in joining our troop. I only have a few of those girls, so they get to meet other girls from different areas, from Blackfoot, out from American Falls, and we've concentrated it to this area, and they get to meet other older girls, and then we get to go and do all these high adventure, but you get to get outside year round, which is exciting because snowshoeing to the yurts is fun. Like, it is, I love just being outside all year round. Like, this excites me. So
Snowshoeing out to like Craters of the Moon. That's such a great experience to be out there in the snow and to be out there where the lava flows were, or where they are, and where the volcanoes were and everything. We did it last year as our troop, and it was wonderful. I can't wait to get more girls out there.
And for those of you who might not like the snow or the cold, we also are doing summer activities. We definitely want to do some camping or canoeing or kayaking down the Snake River. There's some of them wanted to go horseback riding or learn how to mountain bike. So there's all of these different activities year round, and whichever ones interest you is what you can join in with us. I don't know, like, for troop leaders who want to do this, because Michael and I are just keeping it to the Pocatello, Blackfoot area, we would love to help. If somebody in Idaho Falls, Twin Falls, Boise, if anyone wanted to start a Trailblazers troop, we have all the information. We can help you with it. We've done a lot of research on the requirements and what you can do, and we then could do double troops and do activities together once COVID is gone, because that would be even more amazing to have 2 or 3 Trailblazers troops just gather together and just go do an outing somewhere.
I know my girls would
So-
be excited to do that.
Oh yes, and to be able to join with other troops and other girls their ages.
That's one of the big things, is we've done service unit things before with the other troops and everything around Idaho Falls, Pocatello, but we don't always get to do bigger things as Girl Scouts with them. And I know my troop is very excited to get back with the other girls, hang out. They made quick friends. It wasn't 5 minutes, and they were all chatting like they'd been sisters forever.
Yes.
So we just want everybody to know that if this is something you're interested for your area and you would like to help lead a troop, again, this is just a second troop on top of your regular Girl Scout troop. With a Trailblazer troop, you can be part of 2 different troops. If you're interested, please contact customer care, and we would love to help you get one started.
And it doesn't cost another registration. That's the other thing. So if you're already a registered member of Girl Scouts, if you're a Juliet or you're in a troop, it does not cost you another membership fee to join the troop. You are put in the troop. So that's also important.
So I do have a question for you guys, because Mike is in Blackfoot, Tina is in Pocatello. What is it how did you guys get this all together? How did you start this?
Courtney. I started talking to Courtney about how I love the outdoors, and GSUSA had just sent out the Trailblazer information, and she's like, I think you would like this. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to do this. And she's like, guess what? You need to meet Michael. And then Michael and I were like, yes, let's do this. Let's get this going.
Yeah, right from the first, we knew that this was something we wanted to do, and we wanted to get as many girls as possible involved as we could.
So we do have a question that Randy's asking is this going to be only for older girls, or can trips we plan for younger girls?
So
right,
the Trailblazer program is set up for 6th through 12th graders. It's a GSUSA program, and the guidelines that they have set are 6th through 12th.
but we do want to bring the older girls to come and do activities with the younger girls at age appropriate levels for them.
So you can't do like the high adventure stuff with the younger girls for their safety.
Cannot
rock climbing, whitewater.
Zip lining, probably even.
No.
Okay. And so once the COVID lifts, do you think, is there going to be travel that these girls are going to be doing?
They absolutely want to do travel. They have all talked about how they want to go somewhere and go climbing or hiking or camping. So there will be travel that we will plan for as well.
And so do you have any advice for some leaders that maybe are looking into starting this? What can they do to be more prepared? Maybe organizations that they can talk to help them?
I would say one of the big helps is joining like another Facebook Trailblazer troop discussion. And that's been a huge help. There's things that come up all the time, and I'm like, oh, that really doesn't apply to us. But then there's other things I'm like, oh, that one, keep track of that one. So
yeah,
those things really help. Just study and look things up and find out all the information you possibly can on what you think you can do around your area.
And
go ahead.
Don't read the information. I know it's kind of long, but we got a lot of information from there. And then stuff that I didn't realize that the girls would be able to do, I was like, oh, hey, they can do that. Let's add that to my list of, would you like to do this? That ended up being 50 plus items long. Sorry, girls.
Yeah, but they wanted to do them all.
There are.
They still do, yes. They want to do everything that's on there.
And then how do you fund the troop?
So use cookie dough. And then we're also trying to get some grant funding from a couple of companies that work specifically with groups that are outdoor focused. Those are in the works, but right now it's going to be cookie dough or family funded. We're not doing much, but we are trying to get some more funding.
And also use your connections. Use those troop leaders that you know that do dog sledding. And
yes.
And when you know a leader who's
absolutely
ROTC, use those connections.
That is true.
A lot of this has been put back on the back burner, trying to do funding and stuff right now, just because we can't do anything. So getting the funding, and we say, well, we want the funding, but we can't go do anything right now. So it's been we put that back of our mind right now.
Well, and probably also their main troop may be willing to allow them to use some of their funds to be able to help them in the Trailblazer troop.
I know our troop has talked about that as well.
Yeah, so is my girls' troop.
So is ours.
So as leaders, what is the one activity you guys are most excited to go do?
All of it.
One. You gotta pick one.
I can't pick one. Like, I'm as excited as the girls are to do these activities. And I think that I'm excited the most about is seeing their excitement for learning it and doing the activities and being in the outdoors. It's not so much I am excited about the activities, but I'm excited about how excited they are and all the plans that didn't even come to my mind. And when we talked about them, they're like, we want to do this and this and this and this. And I had trouble writing the notes because they were just all coming out so fast. So for me, it's the excitement that they want to plan and do all of these activities. But the activities are also fun.
Michael?
I'll agree with that. But I definitely want to see these girls go on ziplining because they're so excited about it. They've talked about it and they just want to do the biggest ones they can possibly find. And that's what I want to see, that excitement on their face, that little bit of fear, but still doing it.
This
I
is
wanna
why
see
we're
the video.
getting helmet cameras.
Yes.
I want to see the video.
Okay.
You're going with us, Rochelle.
Well, okay. Okay.
I'm in.
Yes.
And what
Do we
was
have?
happening,
Go
I
ahead.
think, so for older girls, the incentive to keep selling cookies is just as not as much there. What a good incentive that you can use your cookie dough to go do all these fun things.
Mm-hmm.
And if your troop is willing to allow you to use some of the funds they earn during cookies, you can go on more activities as well. So do we have any questions from anybody else that's watching? If so, put it in the comment box. And we also will have Fotina and Mike at the end as well, so you can ask some questions too.
Yes. I want to thank you again for coming, and we will see you again at the end.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
I am so excited for Trailblazers. I am not the biggest outdoor person, but
I know you are.
sounds so fun. Thanks.
And I love the outdoors. So I'm really looking forward to it, just to see them and give my girls some opportunity to be able to get out there as well. Do some things that maybe I can't go do, like go hiking. I can't do that as well as I used to when I was younger. So great opportunity.
I can't say I won't do the things. Just don't necessarily say I would love to do them. I will
Yeah.
definitely try everything.
Oh, you'll get talked into it. You know you will.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to go on to our next topic, which is tips and tricks for the new membership year, 2021. So first, I wanted to make sure to let everybody know, attend your service unit meetings. These are very important. At the meetings, you are given valuable information, what is happening in your area. They also cover upcoming events and share information and resources. Attending gives you an opportunity to also meet leaders within your service unit. Fellow leaders are a valuable resource to draw from, as well as to ask them questions if you need any help or just don't understand something.
Make sure you renew your troop. Let's face it, trying to juggle troop matters alongside family responsibilities and work during a pandemic is a serious challenge. Remember, everyone responds to crises differently and has their own unique circumstances to work through. Not everyone will keep their troop moving forward in the same way as they have throughout the year, and that's nothing to feel guilty about. You want what's best for your girls, and you've probably made the tough decision to cancel meetings. But maintaining a sense of normalcy is so important right now for girls and their families. Keep them engaged and interested in Girl Scouts. Every girl deserves Girl Scouts. Girl Scouts is still a place where girls can feel supported and share honest conversations about what they're feeling. Be open with your girls. They need reassurance right now, and one of the best things you can do is foster a space where they can share their feelings. I know my daughter, by missing different days of school through the hybrid school year, has been challenging. And for her to still have her Girl Scout troop and to know that that's there and she has other girls to talk to is huge.
Mine
Decide how you'll stay connected. Meet in person, keeping the safety guidelines in effect for social distancing and number of people in a meeting. Zoom for volunteers offered by GSUSA, where leaders can get a license that doesn't cost a lot. If you're interested, please contact customer care. If connecting virtually isn't a possibility, you can still show your girls what it means to be a sister to every Girl Scout by giving them a quick phone call to let them know that you are there for them. Keep your troop traditions alive. If your troop usually opens meetings by reciting the Girl Scout Promise and Law, be sure to do the same thing while meeting virtually. Instead of doing friendship circle in person virtually, Virtually have them go around and say something good that's happened that week, or have them sing a song. And of course, keep it girl-led. Having your girls take the lead is more important than ever. When you're empowering them to make troop decisions, they can gain a sense of control during this time.
And one thing I wanted to note on there is that the Zoom license that you can get is right now, I've been told it's $36 per year. So that's actually pretty cheap. So the next thing is give love. Small gestures go a long way. You can still have a presence in your girls' lives even when you can't meet in person. Although some of you I know are still trying to meet in person and keeping it down to 15. Many of you think about meetings and activities as the way to engage your girls, but if you're feeling inundated right now, stick with something straightforward and heartfelt. A quick call to the families of your younger girls or texting an uplifting meme with your older girls can go a long way in showing you care. Make sure they are okay. Use shared resources. Tap into shared resources like virtual events from your local council and other councils, or share the badge videos found on Girl Scouts at Home. Give your troops space to interact and feel supported. Adult volunteers that do help you with your troops, show them how much you appreciate them. Send them an email or text saying thanks. Give them a card showing how much you appreciate them and what a good job they are doing. Take care of yourself, troop leader. Make sure you do that.
Lean on your volunteers and families. Of course, this is something you should always do, not only during a pandemic, but here are some ways that you can do it right now. Helping hands keep troop matters running smoothly and can be the boost your girls need to reach their goals. Lean on troop volunteers and families. Ask in an open-ended way for parents to let you know how you would like them to help and with any ideas they have. Understand what you need and clearly communicate it. Give step-by-step directions to your volunteers. You may know what you want and the kind of directions you need, but it may make them feel overwhelmed and stressed. You don't want to turn them away from helping again later. Give your volunteers roles. For example, you could have a parent that's a COVID-19 adult to check updates every month on the 15th to make sure your meetings are following guidelines. A tech lead, someone who controls the Zoom meetings, helps those having problems logging in, setting guidelines and rules during the Zoom meetings. A supply organizer who delivers supplies to girls. An idea that we thought of would be setting up something like a calling tree where the first person takes a box of supplies along with a bottle of sanitizer, and you take your supplies, drop it off to the next person. They take their supplies and pass it on to the next one. So like a calling tree, but not one person has to do all of the work. Power your volunteers' success. Be patient and positive and ready to answer questions about what needs to be done. A task might sound straightforward to you, but that may not be the case for everyone. Check in with your volunteer every once in a while and make sure that they have everything they need. Get comfortable delegating. I know this is something a lot of people have a hard time with. Maybe you can do it faster, but by delegating, it helps you as a leader to free up your time, makes it not so stressful for you, and helps you so you don't burn out. And remember, spread the love. As you shout out the troop volunteers and the differences they've made, you'll encourage them to come back, and you'll show your girls how a little gratitude can go a long way. So these are just some of the ways to help in planning for the next year with so many unknowns. Ah. Do you have anything to add?
No, I think just another good thing is to work with your leaders, also your fellow leaders. They're a really good resource as well in order to figure things out. Maybe they know the technology that you don't know, and they can help you with the Zoom meeting. Reach out to troop support. They can help you as well. And always make sure you look at those guidelines, because I know some troops are doing 1 week virtually and 1 week in person so that they can stay at that 15.
And giving everybody small jobs make it so much easier.
Yes.
Okay.
So now we're going to be introducing our new product manager, Alicia.
Hi, I'm Alicia Kilanton. I'm the new product manager. So I come with a background in the movie industry and direct mail marketing. Sorry, my dog is going to make some noise. And I'm really excited to be part of the Girl Scouts. So a little bit of what product program does is we run fall product, which has started. And it's also not too late to participate. So if you guys are interested, if your troop is interested in participating, on our website, we have resources and contracts to get you started. And then you can always shoot a message to customer care and we can help get you all set up and everything. So the program's running from September 15th through October 18th, and the troop orders are due on the 21st. For those of you that have started the program, just make sure that your girls are utilizing that video option. Adding a little bit of a personal touch to their online sales can help them a lot when it comes to selling to people online. Next thing that we're doing is cookies. So cookie training is going to be early December. These will most likely be virtual, but more information is coming. And I kind of wanted to let you guys know that cookie sales will be starting on the 15th of January. So really excited. Yeah.
We are so excited to have you, Alicia.
Yes.
And we had an icebreaker question for you that we wanted to ask you, just so we can get to know you a little better.
Okay.
If you only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, well, fun fact about me, I love Disney. So the one thing, if I could only eat one thing, would be a Mickey ice cream bar. So that would be my one. There we go.
I love that. Mine would be a Dole Whip.
Ooh, Dole Whip's pretty good too. But anything Mickey shaped kind of takes the cake for me. So
Courtney loves Disney too, by the way.
we've talked about it.
Yes, we could talk for hours.
Yeah.
So Fotina does have a question. Do in-person and digital cookie sales start the same day this year? Do you know that yet?
Yes, yeah. So they will both be starting on the 15th.
Okay.
The in-person sales will be ending, I believe, on the 31st. Don't hold me to that. But that'll end then, and then digital cookie will end on the end of March. Yeah, good question. Any other questions?
I'm excited that you are here. If anybody has questions, we can add Alicia back at the end to answer questions. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much. So glad to have you. Now we're going to introduce Kate Christensen. She's taking on a new role, the first year experience coordinator with our council staff.
Hi, everyone. I'm glad to be here. And as Rochelle and Courtney, thank you so much. As you said, I'm the new first year experience coordinator, and we felt it was important to provide a direct, dedicated support to new leaders who may or may not have had experience with our program. As you know, there's always a lot to learn that first year and all the seasons that we go through. And so having a regular follow-up and support can be really encouraging to those leaders. And that is one of the things that I really, really enjoy doing, is being able to talk to to leaders, seeing what they're interested, where they're going, what they're going to be doing, and just giving them that encouragement, because there is so much that you can do with Girl Scouts that it's like, yes, let's figure out how you can do it. So that's me.
And you're a wonderful person to be able to do that, Kate, because you fit it so well.
Thank you. I've been a troop leader for 10 years now, and been involved in the service unit at all the different levels. My favorite thing is cookies. It always has been. And then working with all the new leaders. So yeah.
Perfect.
They're so lucky to have you. They're going to get such a higher level of support with you backing them.
Yeah. So
We
I like
appreciate it too, and troop support very much.
What?
We appreciate it and troop support very much too.
It is. It's a lot of fun, and it's quite a bit of work, just kind of going through, because we're having a lot of new leaders starting in new troops, and then even leaders joining troops that are existing, because leaders are asking parents to, hey, can you volunteer? Can you help out? And I want to make sure that they have the best, foot going forward to be successful. So
we can keep them.
yes. Makes all the jobs easier.
Okay, and so we have to go into the same thing so everybody can get to know you better too. If you had to eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Tomato soup. Was the first thing that popped into my head, just because it's, I don't know, it's warm and comforting in the winter, and it's, if you let it cool off, it's a nice chill soup during the summer, and it's flexible and easy, and that's how I am too. So
is it just straight tomato soup, or do you put milk or cream in it?
I personally get the Progresso canned, the hearty, creamy tomato basil soup. So that's, yeah, like I said, pretty easy. Just put it in the microwave and be like, yay!
It is amazing how much you can learn from somebody just by hearing what they would eat for the rest, if they can only eat one thing for the rest of their life.
Yeah, and a lot of things just kind of crossed my mind, because there's so much, and then it's like the first thing that popped up is usually the best answer I can always give, because it's right there, and then it's like, well, why did you choose that? And oh yeah, yep, that makes sense. So
I love it. Well,
That's
thank
very
you. And we're so excited to have you in your new position.
yeah,
very excited.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you inviting me to come in and share, and can't wait to meet everybody else as we go along.
Okay.
And you can
Wonderful.
stick around till the end.
I actually
anybody
had a new leader call during this, so I'm going to go talk with her this evening. So
Yay.
but thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kate.
Bye.
Okay, now we're going to come to my favorite part, and that's the shout outs. Drum roll. Da, 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 da. The first one that we have is Randy LaSalle. She's at Troop 0280. Randy is a new leader that started during COVID and started a virtual troop. She hit the floor running and has been successful in recruiting new girls, putting on different activities to keep her troop engaged. Most of the girls were put in a troop for a virtual purpose from all over council, so not just her specific area. She has stepped into the service unit manager in a very active and running a very successful troop with the girls and parents. Then our next person, volunteer leader, is Elizabeth, or they say Liz Nivelles. She is always willing to help Girl Scouts with events and needs. She is always willing to go above and beyond. She helped during the drive-by cookie booth in Boise that they had this March. One example of her going above and beyond, she was on a dog sled, and she got a call from one of her leaders about a cookie issue that she was having. She immediately pulled up her phone, took it out, and looked up her account and was able to answer the leader's question right there on the spot. She's also going to be partnering with the Trailblazer troop, as you just heard, so that she can teach them how to do dog sledding. Congratulations, ladies. We really couldn't do it without you. We appreciate you so very much. You do a great job.
Thank you, ladies. And for future, if you have anybody you'd like to shout out, please send it to customer care. We would love to hear from other leaders and service unit members of who they would like to shout out.
And it can be volunteers too. It doesn't have to be a leader. So, and it can even be a girls really, for that matter too. So a reminder that the on-time renewal deadline is next Wednesday, September 30th. Please help out your service unit by getting your girls renewed, or yourself, because they get $1 per girl. One thing I did want to mention is that we, if after that point if you guys aren't registered or the girls aren't, you will not have access to our VTK volunteer toolkit. You also will you won't see the girls that aren't registered renewed on your roster. So that might be a bit confusing for you. So don't wait. I did want to announce that we did have a new incentive this year. We've not done this before, but we had a renewal drawing, and the drawing winners are listed here. The girls were receiving a black stretchy 4-in-1 hat with white trefoil, eco-friendly, and a belt bag zip fanny pack. The adults' incentives were a silver sage tote bag and plaid blanket, and the troops are getting a new on-time renewal pack. So we had one each week. On the 9th, the girl winner was Peyton. The adult was Bavisha, and I apologize if I said that wrong. The troop was Troop 36. Then for last week on the 16th, the girl was River. The adult was Alex, and the troop that won was Troop 459. And just today, our last winners, the girl was McKenna. The adult winner was Rebecca, and we had 2 groups this time that we drew for, and that was Troop 443 and 660. Congratulations, everybody.
Yay! Good job, guys.
We appreciate it. So additional reminders, if you weren't renewed, again, like I mentioned earlier, by October 1st, you're not going to be able to have access to VTK, and any girls that aren't renewed are not going to be on your roster. We do need your annual reports, so please make sure to get them in if you haven't already. And a reminder that the gray cookie dough will expire on September 30th. Please make sure that you have these in Boise on September 30th, because we'd hate to see them expire. And then please make sure to check out our event calendar for any upcoming events. There's some exciting things coming up, like tie-dyeing and family hiking. As you know, we all are having to pivot to new ways of doing things. We are excited to let you know that we are going to have a town hall Zoom meeting on October 7th at 8 p.m. It will be 1 hour with Pat Pike, our CEO, and others. It's going to have what we look forward to as we wrap up in the year. Additional details along with an agenda will be advised at a later time. If you have any questions, please go ahead and submit them ahead of time to customer care, and then go to our event page to make sure that you register for the Zoom event. Anytime that we have a Zoom meeting, you always have to have registered so we can send you the link, because we do make it private where you have to have a password.
And that registration is in the comments, the registration link.
Yep. And then again, a reminder that we do have our Troop Support Monthly Q&A. It's the 4th Wednesday of every month. We do have this on Facebook and on YouTube, because we do understand that some people don't do Facebook, and it's easier to access YouTube. It's from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. I wanted to remind you that these are recorded, so please do share these or use them as a resource. If something comes up and you're like, I know this was covered, go back and check into it. That would be a great way to keep informed. Please check out our COVID guidelines on our website. These are updated on the 15th of every month. And it seems like we're always getting new things all the time.
And again, to make that life easier, use one of the other volunteers in your troop to be the person to check for those guidelines each month.
So I'd like to give a big thank you to our guests, Mike and Fotina, and welcome Alicia and Kate. And a special thank you to Betsy and Jess, who are in the background, who you don't see. And then we're going to take some additional questions at this time. I know that we had one question from Michelle. She was asking, and this is directed to Alicia,
So
what is the thoughts on holding cookie booths? Do we know anything on that yet?
We will be reaching out shortly to the big businesses like Walmart and Albertsons and seeing who is comfortable with letting us up front. So that is TBD right now, but it is on our radar. It's a little hard for us to get a hold of some of these businesses to see where they're going to be at in February. So we will get back to you. It will most likely probably be, there'll be more, oh my goodness, I cannot think right now. Sorry. There'll be more information during our training in December. So, yeah.
We'll get pretty resourceful. It seems like we always do.
And
And
as
we
with
were toying with the idea of doing like the drive-through again that you guys did this past year. So,
Yeah, so get thinking about what you might want to do if we can't do the usual booths.
Facebook group, we could do Zooms and selling through that and all that. So yeah, good things.
And as of everything right now, we are learning as we go.
That is
Yes,
true.
very much.
Yeah. So if anybody has questions for Fotina or Mike or Alicia, please put them in our comments.
And if there's something that you think of later, please go ahead and send it to customer care. Also, we do try to have these as a way to give you guys information to help you. So we do want it also to be leader-led. Is that a better way to say it? So if you have any questions or areas that you want us to cover, please put them in the comment box or go ahead and email us them, because we do want this to be beneficial for you guys.
Yes, if you have any ideas for coming months of things you'd like us to cover, please let us know.
And we're also, this is a great way for you guys to get to know other people within the council staff and additional leaders like we had Mike and Fotina.
So as we're waiting for hopefully some questions to come in, I'm going to put the question to Fotina and Mike. If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Spaghetti. You can eat that warm, cold, whatever. It doesn't matter. Spaghetti's so good. You can make it so many different ways.
Homemade pasta. Because I can make lots of different pastas from the same dough. So the one recipe, and I can make different ones.
Would you get tired of making it though?
Okay, so I'm Italian and I make my own pasta and my own sauce. So no.
Well, that's good.
I'm teaching my girls. Like my oldest is like super enthralled with learning how to make pasta sauce right now. So I've done it like almost every other weekend for the last couple of months. So I don't need pasta sauce for a very long time.
We need to get with him, Courtney.
Yes. Kim put in the comments, can it be a whole category like seafood? I'm eating with Kim all of the seafood, if that's how we can do it. But my food was on the same lines, and I would have to say pizza, because you can put any topping on a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be anything.
I'd have to say tacos.
Including dessert.
Very true.
Pizza Pie Cafe's dessert pizza in July is my favorite.
Why
Because
July?
Because
I would also
every
say that-
July they have the fruit pizza with the strawberries, the blueberries, and the cream cheese, and I don't have to make it, which makes it even better.
You could also have the Choco Tacos, which are tacos, but ice cream.
That's right.
We can get really creative. I'm wondering how Kate is going to get really creative with tomato soup.
I love tomato soup though as well. For the same reason she does. It's just so versatile and it's just so good.
And you dunk it with grilled cheese,
Yes.
Any sandwiches will work.
even fried. Did you guys ever do grilled tuna fish sandwiches and dunk it? That's yummy.
And Alicia,
Definitely.
maybe Alicia, your food variety could be all Disney themed foods.
Or, just any food that's just in Mickey form. Because, you can make Mickey form, pancakes, waffles, all those good things, eggs.
Marshmallow.
Just buy a big Mickey Mouse cookie cutter, and then you can cookie cut anything into a Mickey shape.
So true.
I'm not going to lie, I do have one of those tiny ones, so I cut my toast into it and all that. I've made eggs in the shape. It's great.
We use our cookie cutters at home for the same thing. We do that. Hearts, stars, Christmas trees, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm going to have to try that. I never thought of that. I've got some big ones too.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Well, we'd like to thank you guys again for coming, and please let us know if you have questions.
We look forward
Absolutely.
to seeing you next month.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.